There we go. We're recording now. Cool.
I forgot to record my screen. That's why I remembered.
Yeah. Cool, man. Thanks. All right, so AMD is interesting. Already bouncing off of previous day's high. If it breaks 139, that would be fun. Let's see.
Like NVIDIA and Microsoft looks like a choppy day, maybe. I don't know. Just
Yeah.
the huge wicks on the 5 minute.
Yeah, I'm watching it all on the daily chart at the moment. Everything looks like it's got a wick, so yeah, that's a sign of chop. Tesla levels. Okay, we got these highs over here. 345 is an obvious area. Got the lows there. This is interesting as well. Right there. Tesla 336 to 345. That's the range for now. Let's see. Amazon. Yeah, it's pretty well set already. Nothing to do with Amazon. Meta. Meta's such a blast. All right. What do we have? Got the low here. Yeah. See, this level is really amazing on Meta. You can see where the buyers are very firm. Firstly, you had the breakout on this day. Then it came down, pushed up aggressively, pushed up aggressively. And on the previous day, it's pretty much where it closed. Five 555 basically. And that was my target on Friday as well, 555. Right now it's not respecting the level it looks like, but that's a very big level. Oh, let's see what else there is further down. Yeah, right there. Another one. 546. Cool. And we have Google. Get rid of this. Oh, huh, Google's interesting.
AMD trying to break out a pre-market high.
Oh yes, there it goes. 139. A good place to watch it. You only have a dollar up towards 140, so if it's long, you gotta have to find a good risk to reward. I think that'll be the challenge. All right. I think I'm finally set. Everything on 5 minute charts now. Yeah, AMD. Ooh, look at that. You know what? I wonder if there's an opportunity here. Made a new high 139. Where's
Order
the
books are
worst?
starting to level out a little bit to make sense where we're going.
144 is the next genuine level, I think, or 142 is more likely. Either way, I do think there's good room to run on AMD. I might actually take this. Let's see.
You're empty right now, 142, 43, and 44. But if we break 140, they'll start popping up.
Yeah. 140. Yep. You expect it to pop from there. Okay, there it goes. All right. I'm in a long position. I have to keep a wide stop here. That's a really good setup on AMD. 5 minute ORB. And exactly the candle pattern I like to see when I'm going off of these levels. Let's put a stop in place. Um, let's see what happens at 140. It could be I think it's definitely going to be interesting. Hopefully it breaks through. That's the idea. But let's see. Microsoft's got a very similar setup to AMD. Look at that. That big hammer with that big tail. If it goes and hits up 416, that could be fun going long. Tesla's got the same setup, 340, but there's no room on the upside. Google, yeah, Google had the same setup, but not good right now.
Waiting
Cool.
on 139 to become support.
Hmm. AMD, yes. I might take a little off. Let's see. You know what? What do you think? Yeah, 139 was key, so it'll probably need to pull back to 139 before it does a big breakout of 140. That would be actually very healthy price action. You just have to survive the
Yeah,
pull.
otherwise we're going to be too extended if we get to 140, 50 or somewhere in that middle range. It's going to
Yep,
be ugly.
absolutely. You need healthy price action. And I like this level up here, right where it is now. 139.50. Yeah, that's it. So if it can hold that low of this day of the 4th of November, then we got a bullish day. Got bullish possibility. So right there, yeah, 139. Let's just call it 50 cents. You want to see it hold. And if it does hold, I'll add more around the 140 area and put a stop right below it for the rest of the day. Cool. All right. Who's in Microsoft? Anybody interested? It's the one thing nobody likes to trade, and I'm always looking at it. I think I might take this one. It's looking good. 420 is an obvious target. I like it. Uh, this is gonna be expensive, but I can put a good stop on. There we go. Long Microsoft. Stop below the candle. Still have to work out where to put stops on options. It's I haven't nailed it down yet. All right. So long AMD and long Microsoft, two positions. Did anyone get Tesla's 5 minute ORB? Look at that. 340.
Yeah, no.
Very good scalp opportunity, or even off of 335. I mean, these levels are pretty cool. 335. Boom. I was busy setting the level, not watching it. Anyways. And look at meta, guys. Something going on here. This level 555. Breakdown, retest. You see it as a short? Maybe. Maybe. That could be good. Or run to 550. I'm not so convinced at the moment. Still choppy around the level, generally speaking, but 555 is very interesting on meta. So something to keep an eye on. And Google as well, 173.50. But for Google, I think the real trade will be break high of day, around 174 going long. I think that'll be the good one. Oh my God. This is nuts. I'll show you what FOMO looks like. Look at this on Tesla. 1 minute chart. I just put the level there a little later. I wasn't even watching it, but this is a perfect setup. Comes down, makes a big hammer, makes a new high. I would enter right at the new high, stop loss right below, and off you go. It's too busy setting levels. But that is a perfect setup on a 1 minute chart, right at the level. Anyone catch that? Tesla? I mean, that's really an obvious setup.
No, no. I
Nobody,
didn't look at that.
nobody got it.
Watching this ABCD, AMD,
I caught it,
retest
but I caught
139.
it by mistake.
Yeah, AMD good. By mistake, you're a long Tesla. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Make sure I'd break even pretty quickly because it is a mistake. So manage that risk. That's important.
Yeah, I got in with the Tesla L, the ETF.
Hmm. There's an ETF. What is that ETF?
Yeah, tw at 20.5 I got in. It's up $1 right now.
Oh, that's a good return. $1 on a $20 stock or ticker. That
Yeah.
works.
Yeah, I find it easier to manage my risk with this.
Awesome. Yeah, that's the name of the game, man. Manage your risk. That's the one singular thing you can do that'll get you the majority of your results. Risk management. All right, Tesla. If it breaks 345 and holds, I might be interested for the run through 350. And for now, AMD is doing that healthy pullback. Same with Microsoft. Oddly enough, Apple looks like it may be weak. Throwing a lot of wicks up there, just below 227. And Tesla, shit. You got a nice high on Tesla, 357, 358. That would be a really good target if it goes that far today and you can survive the pullbacks, hold it all the way. 345 to let's say 355. That would be fun. But let's see for now. I'm thinking to add on Microsoft. I can't yet. Not unless I can move the stop, which I can't do it right now. Anyways. Yeah. 350 area, obviously, there's a lot of orders on Tesla. And surprisingly little at 345. Well, it just hit 345. Okay. I'm going to keep an eye here on Tesla. This is very interesting. Again, let it do a nice, healthy pullback, maybe all the way to the opening range, the 340 area, before that big bullish trend for the day. That would be good if we get that. What's AMD doing? Pulling back still.
Looking for an entry.
Yeah, 139. That's it. That's the level. And then 139.50 is where it really starts to go.
Yeah, I took it on that 1 minute.
Nice. Yeah, that's it. Nice catch.
Pretty much right where you got in, but
Yeah, pretty much 139. Nice. Ooh, all right. Apple's interesting. It was weak and then it did a breakout. There you go. Whoa. Okay. Um, I'm gonna see if there's an opportunity on Apple. Break of basically of yesterday's high. That's very interesting. That's where it is now. Yesterday's high really has my attention right now. 228 would be the first target, a little below. Ooh, look at that. Broke and it came back in. Now let's wait and see. Maybe it's not bullish. Don't know. Oh, there goes Meta. Whoa, the heck. Look at that. Rejected that level 555. Boom. It's going for 550. Anyone catch that? I didn't get it. Reverse ABCD, a near perfect setup as well. So many opportunities again. It may still go back up to 555 and reject again. If it does, then I might take that one. All right, Microsoft might deserve a little ad here. Yes, it does. I'm pretty sure it does. Let's see. 420 is the obvious target. Before that, about 418 and 19 look like targets to me. Yeah. All right, double the size on Microsoft. There we go. And now we're waking up a little. Mhm. There we go. Tighter stop. Did anyone catch Tesla's reversal? 345. I don't see a setup there, but
Yeah, no, I didn't look at.
no. Yeah, it's an interesting one.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a scalp though. See, right now it's 340.
yeah. AMD, you want to check? Okay, so I took a reversal on AMD, so
Yeah, I don't know. If it hits my stop, it hits my stop. You know, it's nothing I can do about that.
Yeah, I took a stop.
Yeah, all good. If it doesn't want to go, you can't force it to go, right? Just make sure you have your risk in place, your risk management in place. I got eyes on Tesla though at the moment. 340 bouncing, but it's not really my kind of breakout or my kind of retest at the moment. I'm gonna wait for 345 on Tesla. Still gotta wait. Yeah, AMD's rather disappointing, huh? Good ORB, 5 minute ORB, and now I don't know, it could still be a long, I don't know. But for now, doesn't look like there are buyers in it. Apple is the other interesting one. Oh man, look at that setup. Oh, I might have to take this. It's got a good 1 minute setup for a short. It's still really good,
Nvidia's
as in
starting to
risk
look
to,
bearish.
yeah. And the risk to reward is still very good on Apple, even if you enter here to 27.50. There we go. What I'm looking at is this reverse hammer here. Then it's made a new low and it's holding below. It might still test 227, but you pretty stop above the high of day, and you're just looking for 225. Apple, I don't know. Wait, it's pushed up. It's a good setup. What I would like to have seen is these lows over here on Apple not getting higher. Like to have seen it pop and do that reverse hammer and then go down. It's not done that. That's why it's a good setup, not a great setup. So, and that's why I'm hesitating. It's not worth the risk. It could still go down, but it's not a perfect setup. That got me interested for a minute. All right, AMD is back to the level which I liked it off of, about 138.50. Well, let's see if we don't know what it wants.
Yeah, really good reversal for Nvidia if you're down for the double bottom back to 140, but I'm waiting for it to break down, come
Hmm.
back, retest 138.
Nvidia.
Watch out, Tesla for breakout. Tesla looks like it's
Yeah.
getting ready. Yeah,
Yeah, I got my eyes on Tesla as well.
yeah.
But this double bottom doesn't interest me too much. It's not close enough to a level, but more importantly, it's the second low is lower than the first low. The sellers are still in charge.
Yep.
And what you want is even if you do have the second low higher, you want it to, on top of that, then print a truly bullish candle, and then after that, make a new high, and that's the entry for the longer term trade. So I'd be looking for all of those things.
Yeah, I wanted to go to 137 back to 138 and come down. That's the plan.
Yeah, makes sense. Let it come down for
does. Yeah, Meta might be reversing, I think.
what is going on with Tesla. Tesla doesn't want to do anything fun. Tesla. Yeah, be careful with Tesla. It's tempting, but really, I would not trade it where it is now. Just outside of 320, 345. Above 345 or below 335. Those are, if it gets to those areas, that's when I'll be interested. All right. Hey, AMD might be a ad opportunity. Let's have a look. Can tighten the stop, maybe. If it prints a new high on the 1 minute chart, I might actually double the size here and tighten the stop a little. And it's a worthwhile risk. Basically, if AMD claims 139, I'd like to add in. What's interesting about today is I see a lot of opportunities, a lot of setups, but not a lot of very good setups. There are a lot of kind of half setups.
No follow through.
Yeah, follow through isn't there, but even just on the setup side of it, they're not perfect. Well, not as good as we've seen in the last couple of weeks. And things go one way and then go another way. I've still got eyes on Apple. It's doing some interesting things. 227. AMD is pretty much where I should stop out or getting close to it. Why is it not? Oh, there it
Yeah.
is. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna get out of this. Yeah, that's where is it? Yeah, that's a stop loss there. Tighten the stop there. I'll re-enter if it sets up again.
Yeah, nothing on my watch list is outside of a 15-minute range right now. Besides Nvidia, it's right at the edge.
Mm. Yeah, it's gonna take some patience now, I think, from most things, except maybe Apple, oddly enough. I'm beginning to like it more. Um, 228 is the next area. Yeah, probably 220, yeah, a little below 228. Again, it's interesting. Apple is interesting. It's not perfect. It's not a great setup, but it's interesting.
Yeah, it's weird to have a $227 stock with a 3.65 ATR.
What did you say is the ATR? Three.
$3.60.
Oh, right, right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it just
it doesn't, yeah, it doesn't add up. Yeah. It should move more. I would love for it to move. I just don't feel like Apple, even though the ATR sounds kind of all right, it really doesn't give enough of a move regularly enough to trust it. And Meta is the opposite. It moves a lot more quickly. That's the crazy and scary part about Meta. It's just quick. It rarely does when it moves, it rarely goes slow. It just goes. For those reasons, I like it. Let's see where it is now. Yeah, it dropped a level. It's at previous day's low approximately. It's hard to trust it right there in the middle of the range. What's happened with Microsoft? Still hasn't done anything. Look at Microsoft, big wick,
Love
quite
Apple.
bullish, another big wick. I like Microsoft. I mean, I think it's overall looking good to be bullish. These buyers are really strong here, so this is worthwhile. Still holding. And yes, Apple now does it want to go? There's a new high. Maybe this is an entry. Yeah, that looks good to me. 225 contracts. 227. You cannot do that. Let's see. 227. Oh, wait a second. It's still not a great setup. It's good, but not great. Uh, not too interested. Not yet. Watch Meta bounce off of 550. Again, that's more interesting. If you have 550 as a level, look at that. Something's about to pop over here. Apple is tempting, but it's just not worth the risk at the moment. There goes Meta. Anyone catching this reversal on Meta? Oh man. And AMD now. 139. I may re-enter this position. The same trade I took earlier. Yeah. I like this. I like this. 138 contracts. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, I've re-entered the AMD trade and I've got a bigger size this time because I can put in a tighter stop. So, yeah, I like this. And I'll tighten the stop even more as it goes. Cool. Microsoft just messing around, huh? Shit. Let's see. 415 is my stop area. I'll start watching it. There it is. This is the tricky part about options with knowing where to put the stops. They just you gotta kind of eyeball it unless you're watching it. You gotta eyeball these hard stops. Good thing is for now I'm watching it, so I can watch it and see where it is. Basically, if it truly does not find buyers at 415, I'll be out. Amazon bouncing 203. There's another one. That's a good one. Who's watching Amazon? 203. I don't have a level there. Otherwise, that's pretty good.
Seems like everything is so choppy today. Like all the wicks is
Oh yeah, it's a
uh,
mess.
a
It's a
mess.
mess. It's a tough
The
one.
same way.
Just wait for your setup, just wait, just
Yeah.
relax. It'll come. If it comes, put on the risk. If you stop out, it was worth it. That's all. That's all you got to
Yeah.
do. Amazon's so interesting, but it's just not at a level. Oh man, the price action is good. But on a 30-minute chart, you can see why Amazon is just kind of stuck in an area. That's why I'm not trading it. But on a smaller perspective, like on a 5-minute, it looks really good.
Oh, shit.
There we go. Microsoft didn't stop me out yet. Still holding above 415. So that's nice. Thank you. Microsoft. Let's go. Let's go. I want to add again on Microsoft, but it's gonna be too it's too risky. Hasn't moved properly yet. Anyone managed to catch Nvidia reversal? I think it's a tough one to catch, but it's been going for the last 10 minutes.
You're talking about a long double bottom,
Yeah, long. Yeah, 10 minutes ago.
negative. ABCD reversal or ABCD continuing to the downside.
Yeah,
5-minute chart.
it's interesting, huh?
Don't like that it's in the middle of the range, but it's right by the 5-minute breakout. Uh, testing VWAP to stay under.
Yeah, it's in the middle of the range, absolutely. That's the same problem I have. If it breaks high of day again, 140, that's when I'll be interested, which might happen a few hours later. AMD. I've got a weird level here on AMD. I'm not sure what I'm looking at. Let me have a look here. What is this? Where did I put that level on from? All right, that low over there. And I put on, yeah, this is a little unusual. I've got 3 levels on AMD. I normally only work with 2. That's all right. Yeah, 141.65 is the target area. 141.50, let's say, for AMD. That's on its way now. Well, 140. Oh, here's a setup you guys should know about. Look at this. The first time it went to 140, it rejected. Okay. Well, it liquidated, but rejected. Now it came back, didn't go all the way down, went halfway. And the market makers basically picked up all the inventory down here, stopped people out, like when I stopped out. And now going back up again, pushing the key level 140. Now, this setup is a very good setup for a longer perspective breakout of 140, as in it'll get into a trend above 140. Very likely. This whole setup is really great. Want to reject the big level, come up, pick up more inventory. So now you got enough liquidity to go up through 140, basically. And then you got the trend for 140, 150. That's a really good setup.
Apple broke
Yeah.
out.
Oh, yes, there it
It's kind of
is.
struggling.
Thank you, Apple. Nice. I'm glad I didn't take that short, huh? I was telling you guys, not a perfect setup. All right, good. Breakout. And then let's see if Apple retests 227 with a great big hammer or something. Could be an opportunity for an entry. Oh, I don't have a stop on Microsoft. Yikes. That was dangerous. I wasn't watching it, and I also didn't have a stop in place. That's not how you do things. Wow. Yeah, there you go. That's stopping. What about 420 or so? Yikes. Okay. All right. Ideally, don't have to do much for the rest of the day. Just let Amazon and let AMD and Microsoft just run. Ideally. But we don't live in an ideal world, do we?
No, we don't.
Tesla breakout setup. Oh my gosh. Actually, it's set up really well for a short. Not perfect again, but a decent setup. That was earlier. And I'm still not convinced of this breakout. It needs to truly consolidate below 345. Do that ascending wedge or something of that nature. And then it could be
Yeah,
a good breakout.
the range is very too wide in all the stock. Like, and it's not consolidating, it's just going up and down. Maybe it'll break out, maybe it won't. I don't know. It's just way too big, the range. Because the 5 minute itself is, really big. So, but it's
Yeah.
playing.
It's big, it's tough, this one. But let it be. There will be many, 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 many opportunities. Don't worry about it.
Just wait.
Just wait, sit and wait, go make coffee, do something. I don't know. Just wait.
Yeah,
As I think yeah, Shane was saying earlier before the open, the bookmap group, there's 1,000 people in there with 1,000 opinions on what's going to happen today, which is a really good indication that the market's going to be choppy.
copy. I like AMD, the one you mentioned is a good broke out 140.
Yeah.
Let's see if it's gonna retest.
My target is 141.50. I'll probably take some off at 141, and then let's see. I'm in that. You know what? Watching it on I'm watching it on a 30-minute chart. Yeah, 141 and then above start taking profits. Microsoft's just a dud today, huh? Setting up and then doing nothing. I mean, it's still sitting very nicely on a 30-minute chart.
Mhm.
Problem is it's stuck between 416 and 415 effectively, which in a fun way is actually healthy. Pick up good diamond hands and push up.
Okay.
But really, Meta's just messing with me more than anything else. I'm not even in it. But look at these wicks. There's all this buying pressure from the
Yeah.
downside. How do you take this? Well, okay, if you're trading off the low of yesterday, you have that 550 level. Then another
Okay.
big wick. Wow. Oh man, another
Yeah.
5 minute two. If you're
It
taking
seems
this, you're looking for a breakout of 555. Otherwise, it's not good. Now, are you convinced it'll break out? I don't know. So if you're going
I don't
long
know.
now, your stop loss is below. You have no risk to reward to 555. It's the wrong direction.
So if
So
you see the wick from 556 all the way to 554, that's massive on 1 minute.
yeah. And if you're
It's just
entering, you need your stop on the other side of the wick.
yeah, it's also
Then
very big.
yeah, then how do you get even 3 to 1? I mean, it's not even in the picture, right?
Yeah, see the wicks like it's just
Yeah. If Meta gives us a 5 minute candle with a that's a real hammer, like the open and close in the same place, and it's got a wick, I might take that one because that you can get a tight stop. But let's see. Again, it
AMD.
has to be at a level.
Watch AMD. Oh, yeah, just going. I don't know
Yeah,
what else. It's not retesting one. Oh, okay, maybe it's gonna.
let it go. Let it go. I'm not gonna sit and watch it. You know what? I'll just move my level. Here's what I'm watching on AMD. I've got it on a 30-minute chart on the other screen like this. Um, what was the major level further up? Yeah, zoom out a bit. Wow, I need to get eyeglasses. It's crazy. Can't see anything. Up here, 140, 140. So basically above 141 is when I'll start taking profits. And you can see it was support right there. It turned into resistance. That's a key level. So I'll just move this up. That's my target area right there. So
Okay.
let it sit. Just let it sit. That thing's just on autopilot. Same with Microsoft. I've added enough on Microsoft. I'm not going to add more. So the next possible opportunities are Tesla and Meta. I might need to reassess Tesla. I'm not sure I've got it in the right place.
Meta might be a good one, I think.
It's not in the place I can trade it right now. 555 is the level. Oh crap, Tesla. I gotta pay attention. Okay, something's going on here. Uh-huh.
Okay.
There it goes. All right, time to get ready for this. This is a lot of trading for a Monday. I'm still not kind of like woken up for trading. Okay, it's a breakout. I don't trade breakouts. Waiting for the retest. If it truly is a good breakout, it'll do a good retest. But you only have $5 to work with because 350 is just overhead. That's the target area. What's funny is Tesla's pushing up while some of the others are pretty much pushing down. It's working the other way from the market.
Yeah, because Trump did some favor for robots, like the robots or something. He reduced the tariff or something like that. So pre-market it went up
Yeah.
like 8%. Just crazy.
Wow. All right. So the game plan on Tesla is if you're playing fundamentals or playing news, you buy it now as Trump got elected and you sell it when he's no longer the president. That's it. No matter what the price is. Buy it now, sell it then. You'll probably make money. That's it.
But it's kind of crazy because one day he cut the tariff on EV, but now he's helping him with the robots. So I don't know which way it's gonna go. Well, every day it's a different news with Tesla. Holy cow! Oh yeah,
Tesla.
pre-market it jumped $20.
Yeah, that's Tesla for you. Oh, that's politics.
Yeah, it's just
Nvidia as well waking up. This is interesting, guys. Nvidia, Microsoft, and Tesla. Oh boy, everything but Nvidia is going up. Interesting, very interesting. I've really got my eyes on Tesla. I want this entry, but on a retest and not on a breakout. If it doesn't provide the opportunity, you don't take it. Because the risk is
yeah.
just not worth it. Again, a healthy breakout generally has a healthy retest. This is where FOMO hurts a lot because you can identify the breakout, but you don't take it. Anyone get some good trades? Tesla off the bottom?
Um,
Or what'd you get?
I didn't watch Tesla, but AMD the same thing again. Like it's just going up and down, up and down.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
messy.
seems like no setup to it.
Wait for it. Wait for it. I'm curious about Nvidia for later today. Um, where does it want to go? Yeah, previous day's low.
I think the 140.18. I don't know if it's going to test it, but
What's interesting is it's also the high of the previous
Yeah.
area for the gap. So this level is very critical. 140.27. A good reversal there would be great, or a good breakout. I don't see it having enough strength for that genuine breakout of something so serious. But a reversal would make sense. Kind of already did that at the open. And oddly enough, if it rejects 140, makes a lower low than it did in the first 5 minutes up here, I might short it. The price action's setting up pretty good for that, actually. Yeah. Let's see. Still time to go. Okay, where are we on what? We got what happened to AMD? My goodness. It went up and came down for no reason. All right, let it sit. Um, Tesla. Tesla is still this 5 minute candle has 1 minute left in it.
I
Avi,
think
So
when you're looking at price action at certain levels, what are the most important candles you look at? I guess candles with long wicks and maybe candles with full bodies, big full bodies, or
mhm.
anything
Yeah,
else, or
yeah, let me show you some good examples. There are some good ones today. If you look at this on AMD, so I had this level down here, 138.61, and the first 5 minute candle is a massive hammer. The body is within the top 1/3 of the candle. The close is basically right at the top of the candle, and this huge hammer is like twice the distance of the body. And so what it's telling me is at the level that I'm interested in, there's a lot of buying. And then the next candle pushes down, retests the level almost precisely, makes a new high. That's my entry. That's just the confirmation of where I like to enter. I could put a stop loss right below it. Um, but the key setup is here. This single candle setup is really, really powerful. So if you're looking at single candles, this is it. I mean, this is a really, really good one. If you look at this at the reversal, 140, this is an even better one for a short. You can actually enter the short right here at the new low, stop loss right above, and you're pushing downwards. So this thing's actually set up twice today. Actually, three times because I took this retest area as well. So that's one setup that I like to look at, specifically on a 5 minute chart when you have hammers like this. They're very powerful for day trading. So that's one example. I think
so that's the level of detail you are looking at when analyzing candles. Really,
yeah,
where is it closing? What's the
mhm,
wick? How
exactly.
strong is the body?
And look at this one. This is huge, right? This is a very bullish candle. Look at the body right here, and look at all this. It pushed down, and the buyers were just like not having any of that. They're like, nope, that's it, man. We're not going lower than that. Then when it made a new high, I'm in, and I put a stop below, and then it went even higher. I don't know where, somewhere here. I think I added more, and I put the tighter stop, and my stop's probably here now, just below 515 or 415. I'm looking for 418 and 420. It's a very similar setup to AMD. And if you want to see another one
And
that
I
I
suppose that
that
the of course the higher the time frame, the more or the stronger it is. But is this also applicable to a 1 minute or 2 minute
yeah,
chart?
look at this on the 1 minute chart on Tesla. Came down to the level, big candle. This hammer is very similar to the previous ones. This is a good setup, but not great because the previous candle is a giant candle going down. Just because this candle made a wick, it doesn't mean it's overcoming the previous selling action. In this case, it happened to do that, but it's a almost perfect setup. If this candle wasn't big, if it took 5 or 6 candles, it came down here slowly and then it did this hammer, then that would be very interesting. So this setup, I mean, sometimes I take it, but not on full size, just because it's not ideal.
Okay.
So there's that one. Over here, you can see a bit of a double top setup. You have a top here, a second top that's lower, and then you have a bearish candle. When you have a candle close bearish after a double top, then the new low is where I would normally enter, stop loss above. But this one didn't have enough room in it. There's no RVR, so it's not worth taking. And what else would I have seen here if I was looking at it? Oh yeah, this is not actually a bearish enough candle. There's still buyers on this one. You want the close to be near the low. That's a real bearish candle. So
Okay.
this double top is like a 50% setup. It's not even really there. And you can see,
Well,
sure enough, it failed. And now it did a breakout. I'm waiting for it to come down to the 345 area and do one of those hammers, something like this. If it does that in this area, then makes a new high, then I'll likely put on pretty heavy risk and go for 350.
okay.
So yeah, those are the setups I'm looking at.
I took AMD in the third minute. would that be a nice price action
What do you
example?
see in the third minute right here?
Well, I saw that the first minute closed in the top half part of the candle, and then the second candle made a new low, but it wasn't able to sustain it because it got some sort of wick, and then the decision candle in the third minute, and I went long in the fourth minute.
Okay. Yeah, so you probably have VWAP somewhere in this area. Was it above VWAP when you took it?
Well, the wick of the second candle was the low of yesterday,
Oh, okay,
the
yeah.
high of yesterday, sorry.
Bouncing off that. Okay. Yeah. Now, if you're convinced of the bounce off of that level and you're looking for it to go basically retest yesterday's high down here and go, that
Yeah.
makes sense. But I wouldn't take it. I'm not so convinced of the setup. I don't see anything. Like I like to see like this kind of hammer. If that
Okay.
happens down here, and that too, not after a giant candle going down, then I'll be interested, just like those previous setups I took. But again, I'm very strict about my setups because there's two things. One is I like to hold it for a long time. I put it on and I don't watch it. I'll leave it for 3 or 4 hours. And the other is I want to put big size, the kind of size that would scare me. But I need to have really good price action to put on that kind of size and then leave it. So that's why I'm
Yeah.
very strict. So again, it comes down to your personality. It comes down to your trading philosophy and your strategy, all of that.
Okay.
Yeah. So watch those things.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
Apple's
Apple.
working out nicely.
Yeah, nobody told me about Apple. Come on, guys. You gotta call that shit out. Apple.
Yeah, it
Uh-huh.
retested that breakout area, 227.20.
Yeah, it did. It did.
I know
Where
you were looking at 227.
I was 227, right about this area. It did do a decent retest. This is the candle. I would enter on the new high, maybe. And now it's on its way. Ah, crap. I mean, again, didn't give an ideal setup, and also I wasn't watching it, so missed it anyway. On a 5 minute, there's no setup. Maybe this candle, maybe. I was looking at that earlier, and anyways, you can't catch everything. Sometimes things want to go and they don't want to take you along. So what are you gonna do? Fight with the market? Just let it be. Oh man, all right. Now Tesla's beginning to play nice. I'm watching for a good bounce off 345. Let's see. You know what? I'll watch on a 5 minute just to not get caught up in the noise. I'm still holding, excuse me, still holding AMD and Microsoft, both on heavy size. They still haven't really made a run. They've both threatened multiple times, but we'll see. Oh, uh-oh. Hold on a sec. There's a few other things going on. NVIDIA, look at that. Double top. There's a top there. The second top's lower at 140, as I was talking about. If that makes a new low, I might short it. I'll have to put the stop above 140. You get 3 to 1 to 137. The setup's almost there. The setup's there, and I'm waiting for confirmation. Confirmation is a new low. So basically, in this 139.30 area is where I will put on the risk. That's the double top setup I like. And that one I can hold. And if it truly breaks down super weak, well, that'll be a fun day. But 137 is what you can plan for now. So 130 contracts. Oh, sorry, 140 put options. There we go.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this. Where is it? Yeah, the new low would be 139.40 or whatever it is. See, a lot of people get tempted to short right at the bottom of this candle, but I want to see the continued momentum with the sellers. So for now, I just see it going bullish, which obviously means I'm not going to go short. Not yet. But the setup's good. Just waiting for confirmation. And Tesla, not playing nice. Well, it could be. Let's see. If it puts in a big hammer here somewhere and closes above 345 and then makes a new high, probably in the 346 areas where I might enter with a $1 stop and then run for 350. So that would be 4 to 1 if it does all that.
Avi, can you check Amazon? Looks like it's making lower lows on the 5 minute.
Amazon's a mess, man. What are you looking at Amazon for?
To
It's
short
not
it.
too short. Okay. Hey, listen, it's stuck between 204 and 203. That's all it is. It's just bouncing up and down, back and forth in a $1 range. Please be careful with that. Unless you have a very tight stop and you're able to scalp that kind of action, okay, take it. But I would be very careful. See that? Amazon, look at that. So if you're saying it's weak off of 204, okay, well, how far has it got to go? Not very far, you know. If you have 204 as a significant area you want to short it from, you got an indicator up there, you got something there, then maybe it makes sense. But it's a tough one. I think it's very tough. Where is it? 30-minute. Yeah. You can see even on a 30-minute chart, it's basically inside of the pre-market range if you're interested in that. Wait for it to break out because it's a tight range.
Have you watched Nvidia? I think it's setting up
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, Nvidia's teasing. What do we have? 140 put options. There we go. Gosh, this is expensive. There it is. That's my entry. Put on some size. I'll wait for confirmation before I put on more size. So I'm short Nvidia and long AMD at the same time. Now I'm confused. Okay. Um, my stop has to be wide on the other side of the big candle there. So yeah, above 140. That's why the size isn't big at the moment. If I can get more confirmation going down, I'll put on more size. At the same time,
What,
Tesla
what's
is
your AMD entry price?
AMD. I got in around 139. I think a little below that on the second attempt. Something like that. I can't remember now. I need more downward momentum on Nvidia to put more size. This is just, it's still a good size and it's not insignificant, but I want it to be worth it. At the same time, I've got my attention on Tesla. Okay, what I'll do is I'll put a stop in for Nvidia and then pay attention to Tesla.
They had a large order on AMD at 139.80 and they just took it off.
Yeah, that's the hard part about relying on the order book, right? It could come on and off the order book, and then you might have to get off your trade in the middle of your trade because your trade was based on the order book. That's the hard part. So one of the downsides.
Yeah, they took about 8,000 off, but then they added like 2,000 at 140.20.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, overall, AMD still looks bullish to me. The overall price action from the open today. I mean, it's above the opening price, right? And it's had plenty of what do you call white candles, 5-minute chart stuff. All right. Tesla is more interesting than Nvidia. I like the look of this. Where's the bounce? Where's the bounce? 345. That's the candle. Okay. 340. Damn, this is gonna be tricky. I'm gonna struggle to hold this one. And it's a $12 contract. My goodness. Okay. Long on Tesla. And I'm just in the money with these. This is not my comfort zone. So I'm not putting a big size on. I'm keeping a decent tight stop, tighter than I had planned for. But I see good potential on this. It's a 1-minute chart. Yeah. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. When things start setting up, they all kind of happen at the same time, right? It's funny how things work. And then you have to like juggle. All right. So I'm into Tesla. I'm gonna keep an eye on it. I'd like to add more if I get the opportunity. Anyone catching this? It's a decent retest of the breakout, the 345 area. Oh, sorry, I'm missing the chat here. What are we talking about? Jatin, you got a screenshot. Tesla. Oh, nice. You're in that long from early on. Nice job. Catching it off the bottom there, 335. That's a really good one. That's the way to do it. Nice. Brandy, you're also in Tesla? Oh yeah, welcome. Brandy's new here, guys. We got a few other new people too. Anthony as well. Welcome, guys. Um, Nvidia, I'm glad I put on the small size, right? Stopped out. Look at that mess. Forget about it. There's too much other fun stuff going on to pay attention to Nvidia. Microsoft finally starting to move. That's why we have stops in place because you never know what's going to happen. So put a stop in place. Um, AMD again slow at 140, but take a look at AMD, guys. You can look at multiple time frames here. Let's start with a 30-minute. What do we have? Indecision, well, resistance at 140. Now it's pushing back up, right? Never went and pushed the bottom, pushing the top. So bullish over there. Look at this. Indecision. This is very bullish. And again, 140 rejected, but again pushing. So these buyers are not a joke. And look at this, stepping up every 15-minute candle, going to 5-minute now. Same thing, stepping up, higher lows. Even though it rejected quite heavily at 140, still pushing. This is bullish. I mean, these lows are getting higher and the top is pretty flat. That means the sellers are not able to push new lows. Who's going to win, offense or defense? It's pretty obvious at this point. I don't like the 2 minutes. So the 1 minute, same old story. Every time frame you look at, you're thinking that the bulls are more in control than anything else. And I'm just now pushing a hammer there. So
Yes.
I
See,
like the
I would look for it to claim 140, come back and retest because that's the 15-minute range. But as we've kind of talked about, I'm longing into the ceilings,
yeah.
and so I'm trying to find the confidence in my plan that this is going to go, but there's just not a lot of volume to
Mm-hmm. No, that's
just
cool.
say that we're going anywhere else.
Fair enough. Wait for the retest if that's your style. For me, I'm waiting to see what it does off of the levels, and I lean more on the levels than the round number. So since you're looking at the round number, you're looking at liquidity at 140, so that works. I mean, there's no right and wrong way to do this. Again, you got to do it in the way that you believe in because hey, listen, it's your money at risk, not mine, right? So when you're putting your money at risk, you make sure you're doing it in a way that you are confident about, not anything else. I can't stress that
So
enough. There's too many people in this business trying to copy each other, and it's all because everyone's insecure, everyone's afraid, they don't know what they're doing, all that stuff. Well, you're not gonna know what you're doing by copying, that's for sure. You're not gonna learn anything, or you're not gonna be sustainable in this business. Figure out a way that makes sense to you. What comes easy to your eyes? You like moving averages, you like levels, you like the 2 minute chart, you like the 15-second chart, whatever comes easy to you, do it that way. And you'll find you'll be here for a long, long, long time.
Google's coming up here.
Yeah.
Broke 173.50. Had some really good rejections up here. It's 173, 75, 80 area.
Yep, I see it. I got
Front
173.50
running.
as a level, which is chopping around. But if Google truly breaks high of day, that's a good breakout. That could be fun, really fun.
Yeah, I just jumped in here. See how it goes. If it rejects up here again, struggles, I'm out. Get a
Mm.
quick scalp.
Look at Meta. We should just trade Meta. Just forget about every other stuff. It's so
Meta
beautiful.
would freak me out. I had dreams about Meta all weekend, man. It's just...
Look at that. It's just like a rocket. There's no testing left, nothing.
Meta's actually in a good place for me to trade right now, but the price action is not
Yeah.
conducive to manage
It's
risk. I can't manage risk on that. It's just...
holy cow.
All right, Microsoft is at 418 is where I want to take my first few partials and then hold the rest. Well, 419 and 420 is the big target. So I'm watching it. Let's see. That's another important thing. When do you take profits? This is where everyone screws up, but I like to front run my targets just a little bit. So I'm looking at 418, so probably 15, 20, or 15 or 10 cents before I'll start taking it off. So right now I'm getting ready to close some of this. I got 100 contracts. I'll probably close half of them. Oh, there it is. We're right into it now. So I'll take profits now. There. I'll take a bit more. Okay, so I took out about half the position. Stop loss, I've put it at break even, which is not a good idea. I don't like it at break even there because it's not a technical level, at least for me. Um, yeah, okay, so the opening range is there. It broke out. Okay, so break even for me is basically if it comes back into the opening range, 416. Okay, no, that's fine. I can live with that. AMD still not going, so I'm still gonna sit with that for 3 more hours, maybe. I don't know.
Go Google.
Look at that.
Go,
Now
buddy.
Google, Meta, Apple, all of them just ripping up. Who's in these? Omar, you're in it, I see. I should have taken Meta. Yeah, thanks, Jacob. Apple, who got Apple? Oh my God, these are great, great moves. I just didn't catch
Ooh,
setups.
I got out of Apple at 228.
I would have too. 220, I'd get a lot of it off and then go every dollar from there as you approach 230. Microsoft. Microsoft's a real sleeper. I don't understand. Microsoft and Meta, for my style of trading at least, it's really, really good. They work really well. A lot of people don't like to trade them because a lot of people are trying to scalp momentum, and these things are jumpy at the open with all that momentum stuff. Very hard to trade. But
Yeah, yeah. Like, look at the volume, just 4 million, and both of them just it's only
really,
bias in there, I guess.
yeah, big moves, right? These are big. So if
Yeah,
you can figure out the bottom and the top of these moves, you can make some money out of it, you know. So for me, the way of figuring the bottom and top is just looking at the daily chart, finding levels, and that's that. We'll just do it that way. All right, now Nvidia for the breakout. Oh crap, it already did. What am I doing? I'm sitting here and chatting and not paying attention. Nvidia. All right, there we go. What's wrong with this thing? What's wrong with this chart? 5 minute chart, 1 minute chart. There we go. All right, good. So breakout of the 140 area. I'll wait for a retest. Same thing as I did with Tesla. Wait for the retest and then let it rip. Um, let's look at AMD real quick. 140.50. I anticipate there's liquidity there, but not a lot, not much. Yeah, 141. Okay. So 141 is the first place I'll take profits on Nvidia. Sorry, on AMD. Tesla, I'm just holding for 350. Okay, now Nvidia. How do you go long on Nvidia? You have 140 contracts. 140 is too close to the money. Should go in the money a little more. So 139, less volatility. Okay. Um, so I'm watching Nvidia to retest this 140 or 140.20 area. If you look at this, this is a little bit of a small ABCD pattern on the 1 minute right here. So consolidation did the breakout. It could retest there and go, in which case you can get an entry with a tight stop. And then you got plenty of a big move. How far can this go? You have 142. Well, it looks like the ultimate target to me today.
Yep, textbook what I just did and where I'm going.
Nice. Nice. Yeah. Okay, let's see if this thing wants to set up. Ugh. AMD's putting me to sleep. And Microsoft is on its way again. 419 is the next place I'll take profits on Microsoft. And then 420. You know, a lot of people get stressed out about day trading. I used to as well. I used to be stressed out about it from 12 hours before the trading day started, which is basically meaning I'm stressed out all the time. And it was all because I was trying to trade a strategy that didn't align with my personality. It would freak me out. You know, I have to be super sharp at the open, watch 6 stocks, try to pick a 1 minute ORB, and maybe do that 3 times, stuff like that. And for years, I would literally not sleep well. I would be so stressed out all the time. Um, and the whole thing over there was I'm trading a strategy that's not aligned with my personality. And now it's like day trading is like the last thing I do in the day. It's like an afterthought, really. And and I do it in a but it is that way for me because I do it in a way that suits my personality where I don't stress out. I don't even watch it at the open. I let it sit. I do the levels. It takes me 5 minutes to do that. Maybe then, in the sixth or eighth minute or something, I start really watching. And then if something shows itself, then I'll put it on. and either it stops out or I don't even know, it just goes to the target. I'm not even watching it. That's very typical for me these days. And that's really been powerful, like really powerful. So what's happened as a result is I'm making more money and I'm less stressed out. If you can figure that out for yourself, that's amazing. But again, you have to align it with your personality. Trading this style, for example, that I'm doing, like Andrew would not do it like this. He would freak out. He'd buy 20,000 shares on Tesla and then not watch it for 30 minutes. He'll freak out completely. It's not his personality, you see. But he's a very successful trader in the way he does it. So you got to find a way to trade that suits you, that you can sleep with and not freak out about it before the open, and all that stuff. You kind of just want to show up as if you're showing up at the beach, relax, it's going to be fun, that kind of attitude. And then you'll trade much, much better. You'll find the results are much, much better. See if you can find that. I think that's extremely powerful. I've found that to be very, very powerful.
Avi, I'm curious on the level you had for Microsoft
Yeah,
for your entry, if you don't mind. Just
no problem. Let's
is
have a
that
look.
a daily level?
Yeah, daily. All my levels are on the daily chart. So right here, this level, you can see the selling right there. It gapped also on this day, and that was basically where it opened. Sold right there. It kept holding below, and when it did break out, it had to really do a serious candle with volume to break out. And then look, it's pretty much support. Resistance turned support very recently. Very important. Sure enough, it opened and it hit there. It's just basically 415 is the number, is the level, and see what happened right about there. It hit that level and it's a mess. And once it breaks out, off you go. So
Hmm.
that's the level. And I think I got in a little before the level, or maybe I got in right about at the level. I was looking at basically a big 5 minute ORB setup at the key level. Um, the
Gotcha.
setup for me was this big hammer, telling me that yeah, it really wants to go. So the new high of this candle, new high of the 5 minute chart, that's where I got it.
Awesome. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Okay, things are interesting now. We're getting a bit of a drop, but it should be a good healthy one. What I'm seeing is a lot of things are at the tops. Nvidia actually more specifically, and even Apple. Microsoft also needs a healthy drop. Tesla's the odd one, I'd say. I still would like to add on this Tesla position if it's possible. I'm still watching Nvidia for a breakout. Where did I get in here? I got it on a 1 minute setup, I think. Yeah. There. Now newer high. Actually, this is really good. This might be a good place to add on Tesla. You can see again these hammers that I like, and made a new high. I could take more. This is a very expensive contract. Move the stop in just a little tighter, not much. There we go. 30 contracts this time. Yeah, let's double that. Okay, there we go. 40 contracts now on Tesla. Okay, that's it. No more. That's plenty. And tighten the stop a little bit. It has to be below the level. Well, below 345. That's the whole idea. So I can tighten it a bit.
So only just to give you, since you mentioned 40, I just want to share. I've been holding Tesla 374 contracts since 934.
I can hardly hear you. Your voice is all muffled, but it sounds like you've been holding Tesla. Is that right? You got it at the open, right? Or near the bottom there? Tesla.
Yeah, you can hear me now. It's better, a little bit.
Yeah, nice. Nice job on Tesla. Really catching that bottom, that would be cool. I was not there, but nice that you got it, man.
So I was joking. You just your Tesla. You just added total 40 contracts, and I
I
just want to share that
really, I really can't
I've
hear
been
you.
holding.
I
Okay.
can't hear you. Your voice is really muffled. You may need to come closer to the microphone or
Yeah.
take
Okay.
the cotton off the microphone or whatever. Something. Could you work with that, please? Sorry about that. It's just really muffled. Um, all right. What was I looking at? Nvidia, yeah. Nvidia, and I'm looking to add here on AMD as well. Both of them are interesting. Okay, Nvidia bounced off of 140. Oh man, bullish candle. Uh, I need a new high here, and then I might get into Nvidia here. What's the 5 minute look like? Yeah, the 5 minute hasn't put in a bullish bounce candle yet. Neither has the 1 minute. Well, actually, it has, but a new high hasn't come in yet. If that does, I would like to get further involved or put on some size. All right, AMD is actually a little more interesting for now. I gotta think about this. So there's a case to add here. My stop is way down. Where? Down somewhere down here. I can put the stop here now, which is up here, 350. It's bouncing off the level quite nicely. And yeah, that's it. Look at that. 139.62. I mean, how precise is that? I like that. Um, so the new stop would be about 139 just below, which is okay. I gotta think about this stuff. I'm gonna wait a little bit for confirmation because it's a bit risky to move it in so tight at the moment. Tesla's good. Just gonna let that one run. What's Jared talking about? He's on YouTube today. Rising volatility. Yeah, that's a good point. Lots of volatility these days. Okay, AMD and Nvidia, two interesting opportunities. And Apple, look at that. Who's interested in a reversal? 228.89 is the level I've got. You can see it, nice run up, possibly looking to reverse. See, this is not a good double top setup at all because the tops are basically the same place. You want the second one to be lower. It's actually a little higher. You also want to have some good space in between the tops. I mean, this is a really tight space. You can't fit an elephant in there, right? Can you? That's the way I like to see it. Just can you fit a big animal in there, a rhinoceros or something? You want a really nice, big, wide top, space between the tops. And then the second one lower than the first, and then principal a bearish candle, then the new low. That's the entry. That's the confirmation. Everything all done. Stop loss above, and you can hold it for the down move. So this setup is no good. And let's see, it's up there. We can see what happens. Oh, right. AMD, this is where the fun happens. I might add here. It's starting to look very interesting. Wow, I already have 100 contracts. I'm trying to add more. How do you add more? These bounces are really, really interesting. What do we have here? Yeah, I keep missing the chat. We've got Brandy. Yes, double tops are good for reversals, but you got to really understand the nuances of the setup. I'll actually be going through a lot of that tomorrow in the webinar I'm doing at BBT. So make sure you guys come tomorrow, 11 a.m. I'm going to go through all these setups that I'm working on these days. And it's going to be something new for a lot of people. So come have a look. Dan, yep. Yeah, that's right. Probability of a reversal. That's right. Oof, Nvidia, no go. Wants to go down. Okay, AMD, here we go. Come on. Give me that. Give me that. AMD's just teasing me now. Hold on a second. With Google, who's watching Google by the way? Look at that. Look at that hammer. New high. That's the entry. Like 10 seconds ago. Crap. Break out of the level. If you have a level there, it's basically breakout of ORB. Could say it as a 1 hour setup if you like. Very good, huh? Very good setup there.
Good.
And Meta's setting up as well for a breakout of high of day, about 557. Setting up, not there yet, but it's putting it in. All right, I'm still watching AMD, looking for an opportunity to add and move in the stop. I'm gonna add half size, so I've got 100 contracts. I'll add 50 more, and that'll be enough for one day. Nvidia is so interesting, yeah. It's chopping around 140. Overall, I still see it as a likely breakout to the upside.
Looks like, yeah.
It's very interesting. I will not go long below 140. I will have to
Yeah,
wait.
5 minute is getting a good hammer.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see how that hammer closes and what happens after. AMD is just destroying my mental capital at the moment and actually putting in a downward wedge on the 1 minute chart. Oh, man. All right. That's not worth it. It's not worth the mental capital. I'll go to a 5 minute chart and let it be. Tesla's the good one, I gotta say. I really do believe it's gonna get to 350 today. The matter is, can you survive the move? Survive the pullbacks and everything along the way. And the other good one is Meta right now. 557 break high of day for 660, 560, sorry. I think that'll be a good move too. There goes Microsoft. This thing is just grinding up, grinding up. You want to get the big trades, you gotta give them enough time to go the distance. It's the hard part, right? It's really hard to sit and wait. All right.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, what's the stop loss for Tesla for you? It's struggling with it.
Tesla, I've got it there. So yeah, let's look at that. Basically below that 5 minute candle, below 345. Give it a little room below 345. That's what it is. So I got in and I added more. So I got in here, added more, what 10 minutes ago over here.
Yeah.
And stop is below there. So I'm looking for 350. And I've put on a pretty heavy size for this is a $13 contract. So it's a lot of size. There goes Meta. Who's in it? Meta's like that ex-girlfriend I just can't let go of. Really difficult.
It's actually a very nice start. Like even the 4 million, when it gets going, it just it's like a rocket.
Yep, it's a rocket. There goes Tesla.
It's, it's even better than Tesla, like when Meta gets going.
Careful with rockets, huh?
I know.
Can get spoiled. All right. Oh, crap. Okay, there's the AMD entry I was waiting for. I'm watching it here on a 1 minute. Here we go. 50 contracts. Yes, got it. Got it. Oh, that took like 30 minutes of effort. Oh my God. Okay, so got the entry. Wait, I should put on a 5 minute chart. There we go. And I have 150 contracts. Now it's heavy. Okay, now we're switched on. So about 345 is the stop. And ideally it goes. Oh. Okay. Tesla running. And AMD looks like it wants to run. Now time to go back to NVIDIA. See what it wants at this area. And it did break out. It's back in, and it's kind of hard to say now. Now it's just stuck in the breakout area. Is it a retest? It could still shape up to be that way. But 140, yeah, it's just sitting at 140. Actually, on a 1 minute chart, that was a decent entry. But I'm gonna go bigger. Then look at it on a 5 minute. And then let it be. All right, Tesla is going towards my target. I better pay attention now. 349, I'll start scaling back a little bit. Because we know 350 is a big number and it's going to do a big pullback before it goes to 350. That's very, very common.
Percent, 10% of the remaining, not the original share size.
That's right. Yeah. Those are my partial hotkeys, 10% and 20% of the remaining
No, I
position.
used to have like 25%, 50%, but in those times commissions were very high and I was trading a smaller share size. So, you can't just have many, many, many tickets. And if you're using brokers that are really
Oh, hold on. That's Andrew. Hold
high
on, guys. Who's
in
streaming? Michael,
commission,
that's you.
have
God,
to-
I'm talking to you. Did you mute, please, Michael? Thank you. It's funny. I'm like talking to Andrew through Zoom.
Sorry about that.
I literally thought somebody sounds just like Andrew.
Yeah, I'm actually responding.
For a moment, I thought Andrew's in the chat room.
I'll tell him to come in here one day. We'll have some fun.
Yeah, we got some new mentees, one being Andrew.
Oh my gosh. I learned everything from him. Well, and then I took it in my own direction, but it's yeah, he's got a lot of experience. It's fantastic. Well, I was looking at something. What was it? There we go. NVIDIA. That's what I'm looking at. Okay, here we go. Here's where the fun starts. Okay, it's 140 firm, and I'm gonna get these contracts. This time it's a ripper. Okay, there it is. New high. Oh my goodness, this is expensive. Okay, this is where I scare myself a little. There it is. 140. I want to put on a very serious size on this because it looks that good. I need to be really firm that I'm not just getting excited. I'm doing it properly. Otherwise, it's very dangerous. Yeah. All right, there you go. That's that big size. These candles closed very nicely. All right. And the stop needs to be below there, just around 139. Whoa. This will be fun. Yeah, right down there, 625. Got a lot of open positions. 4. All right. Now it's sit and wait. Anyone interested in this? NVIDIA? Basically, it's an ORB. Look at that. Opening range basically came back to the top of the opening range 1 hour after the open, and now it looks like a breakout. And we're going up towards what was the target? Here. Yeah, 142.
142, right?
Yep. That's the fun part. So we're looking at the break of yesterday's low. Lows are interesting, because lows are where buyers came in. So you go long from there. You can be more aggressive at previous day's lows as long positions go and reverse on previous day's highs. So I like those positions.
Do you actually do you find it more powerful, Avi, than the day range to set the low, high, and the close? The previous day low, high, and the close. Is that more like significant than the day range, or you find both equally good?
Those levels are very significant if you are scalping. And I did that for a long time using the previous day's highs and lows and close and open and all that. And it's all scalping. You won't get, you're unlikely to get massive moves.
NVIDIA long করছে
So you're unlikely to get massive moves by just using those levels. That's why I'm going, further out. I'm going on multiple daily candles.
Okay.
But yeah, they work. They work just fine. Do that. It's up to you how you want to trade. I'm trying to capture, bigger moves and they take time. So I'm going on off of bigger levels. So if you're trying to scalp, then previous day's levels work just fine. As long as it hasn't gapped too far away from previous day's levels, then you're okay. You can use them.
Okay, got it.
Sorry, Kismet, you were speaking there over someone else, so you can Yeah, unmute now if you like, and we can get into it. What am I looking at? Okay, everything a bit of a pullback. Oh, Tesla. There, it did the pullback already before I expected it to. Well, that's good. Hopefully it can hold and then go. So my stop on Tesla isn't too far out now. Yeah, not too far. Hopefully it holds that previous candle and then goes. All right, I think that's enough for me. I'm just gonna leave it. These either go to target or they stop out, and don't need to watch any of this. So, anyone got any other questions? Anything you want to talk about? Otherwise, we'll call it a day here and be back tomorrow.
Avi, would
Yeah.
you like to go over the price action a little bit? Like, so I know like you're explaining like a lot of how you play with the levels and the candles which come in. Like, so just like, okay, just to rephrase it like a little bit, like in just like a teaching kind of thing, like if you can help me on that.
Yeah, sure. So, is there any particular tick you're interested in? We can use a live example.
Just take anything, like, so whichever you today, like, okay, so a lot of things like give the movement, like, so let's go with maybe Tesla.
All right, Tesla here. So, Tesla on the daily chart, I got that level there. You can see that's where we were buying from previously. Sure enough, it happened to bounce today as well. So perfect. And over here is where it sold off from previously, right? Right there, those 2 wicks. So I put a level right there. So 2 levels, nice and easy. Then as it opens, look at that. When it goes down, it bounces right off, makes a great big hammer. And the fun here is if you can enter at the new high, so it makes a big hammer off a key level, makes a new high. The new high is telling you that the buyers that started coming in here, they're still here. You can take that entry, stop loss below it, and you're on your way. That's one way to do it. So that was one setup today. Then it hit the level. What do you expect at the level? Well, resistance, right? Sure enough, resistance keep bouncing off. But then it broke out, came to retest the level, and not the level, but the area. You can see went up again, another wick pushed up and bounced off again. And now it's doing it again. If it stops me out here, I might actually re-enter again and looking for 350. So this was resistance turned into support, right? And that's where the fun is. Those are the best levels. Resistance turns support. And then if it really is doing this, resistance turns support on this level, 350 is very, very realistic today. And a good entry would be right about now, somewhere there. So that's Tesla basically. If you want to go smaller, 1 minute chart, same idea, really. Bounced off the level, big hammer. You can enter at the new high. I don't really like this setup because the previous candle was a big giant candle. It goes to resistance, it starts pushing down, right? As expected. And every time it gets close, it keeps pushing down. Who's listening to music? Punjabi.
Somebody's playing songs.
Yeah, Punjabi stuff. Funny. Um,
Yeah.
anyways, resistance, as you expect, as it goes to level. And here, look again, same thing. Breakout came to retest the breakout area. New high. That's where you get in. Again, these kind of hammers, new high. I think I added here, or maybe it was here. Now it's coming back to retest the level. And actually, I might add more here. What I like to see is when it does this kind of retest, it does one bullish candle, then the new high. That would be my entry, stop loss below it, and you're looking for 350. So this is it. This is all I'm really trading. Just looking at major levels and watching the price at those levels. And today, Tesla was a good example. Bounce. You can see where's support, where's resistance, what a breakout looks like, what retest looks like, and off you go. So it's all there, all all in good place. I'm still in it. Didn't stop me out yet. Very good. I might survive this pullback. Cool. Yeah, that's one basic example right there. Fairly straightforward. And that's how I trade now. I don't have anything complicated. I'm not even hardly looking at the volume or the level 2 and all of that. I'm just looking at candlesticks at levels and put on the risk and then forget about it. And come and take a look later if you stopped out or you made money. Either way.
Got it. And on that day, like, okay, when you took that meta trade, like, so because you took it from 563, I believe, like the breakdown, right?
Yeah. Matt, all right, let me pull up that screenshot. Everyone's interested in that one. Where is it? Just a moment. I've got 6 years worth of taking 10 screenshots a day, literally. So it's a massive file, massive folder. I'm unusually tired. Sorry, my computer's old and it's still loading. Trying to get the screenshot pulled up. All right, let's find it. It was the 15th.
Yeah, 15th.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. So this is the screenshot. So what I'm looking at here is basically this thing went down to the key level, about 563-ish, and it got stuck there, right? If it does this at the level, it's not going anywhere. There's no indication it's going anywhere. It's just sitting there. So let it be. But then look at this. It pushed up very aggressively. This happened quickly. This actually surprised me. And then it pushed it down. You see the hammer there? Let's zoom in a bit. That reverse hammer there. That's a typical setup that I like. And also this hammer, again, the body, the open and close in the same place, big wick, it's very bearish. But what's also important is that look to the left. There's a lot of wide open space. I like to see that. I like to take trades where the price hasn't been to in a while. And right here, what is this, 565-ish? The price hasn't been here in maybe an hour or something. And then it does something dramatic like that. The ideal entry would be the low right there, the low of the next candle, or rather the new low, enter there, stop loss right above, and the target's down there. But I think I was a little late on it. I entered below the level. And so I put my stop loss just above the level and then went for the target. And I'm not really watching what it's doing when it on its way. Only when it gets close to the target, then I'll pay attention and see, oh, okay, there it is. Okay, take some partials. That's it. And then I think I tried to add because it looked like it may break down from there and go for the next target. But that was a major target. And the rest was just a bonus down to 555. Actually, that should have been the main target. That was an obvious one. And that's it. It's just setups. Again, candlesticks on levels. And even volume has become less and less relevant for my trading these days. And that's just it. But you see, you have to think about it. There's a few different things. You cannot scalp doing this by not looking at the level two or the volume or the tape. You want to scalp, you got to look at those things. And even VWAP, all those things, they're important. I'm not scalping. I'm looking to put on a trade and capture the majority of the move of the day. That's the thinking. And so the reason I don't need to look at too much at the level two and stuff is because that keeps changing. If I'm paying attention to the level two, I got to stay here for 6 hours watching that thing and then keep changing my trade, getting in and out based on the level two. That's not what I want to do. I used to do that. That hurt my brain. I'm burnt out. So I stopped doing that. And I've got this style now where I'm just looking to go from one level to another. The only restriction is I'm out within the day. I'm not going to hold anything overnight. That's it. So in order to trade like that, I found that big picture levels, wait for the price to get there, then watch a smaller time frame for an entry. So 5 minute is typical nowadays for me. Sometimes I'll watch the 1 minute also. Get that entry and then lay back, sit back, don't mess with it because you mess with it, it pulls back halfway and you start taking it off, you start messing with it and then it's not going to work. You're back to scalping. What's the point? So that's it. That's how I do it. Nice and simple.
Would you say your win rate is maybe 50% or so?
Yeah, it's actually gone up to close to 50% recently.
Wow.
It was probably 20, 30%. You guys know that. You've seen it over the last, 12 months or so. Earlier this year, scalping a lot, taking 10 trades in the first 10 minutes and being down $40,000, $50,000 and then fighting back for the rest of the day, taking 5 more scalps trying to get it back. I traded like that a lot earlier this year. And that win rate was like 20, 30%. I was still profitable, but it was painful. This is easier, much easier. And this suits my temperament better. I don't want to stress out. I want to enjoy it. So nice and easy, simple. Keep it very, very simple. Again, create your strategy around your personality. Start there. Of course, build in massive RVR and all those technical things, but start with creating a strategy that suits your personality. There is no right way to do it. There is no wrong way to do it. There is no obligation to use the tape or the volume bars or even candlesticks. Look at a line chart or bar chart, whatever you like. But make sure it suits your personality where you're not freaking yourself out or scaring yourself or doing all that. It's not some magical thing that we do day trading. It's not. It really got to just focus on the right thing, which is you, the trader. The most volatile piece of trading is the trader, not the price action. So get your shit together and create a trading style that works for you, your personality. And then you'll be here for a long time. That's kind of how that goes. That's what my
Hey,
experience
Avi, is
Yeah.
all this in your course?
Oh yeah, all of this stuff.
And
Absolutely.
I will like so right now Nvidia, like if we look at it, you put it long at this moment. But if you look at the daily chart, it's a rejection from it like few days back. If you go like beginning of the November,
Yeah.
it's trying to lift this level, but like okay, having so much of the hard time here, like
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So my thinking is it's breaking out of this level. It's super bullish from where it was bullish before. You can see the buyers here, and then again pushed up from here. I mean, it's just all bullish. So I'm looking at the same level. These are diamond hands. I mean, these are strong people. They're buying and they're holding. They're not selling. So that gives me conviction. Okay, this thing's really going to go. Now it's already done a good strong move, 140, right up there. So let's go down to the smaller time frames. You can see that it's making these higher highs here. It goes up and it pushes up through 140 right here. It does a bit of a retest here. It's doing another retest now. It's stuck in this area, but the more times it hits its head up on resistance, the more likely it's to break out of resistance. So I'm basically taking this as a retest of the breakout. And the breakout I was, what was it? I think it was here somewhere. I was looking at 140. I think it was this area right here. So retest, a lower retest, another retest. Okay, I'm still in it. I'm definitely not going to short this. With this price action up here, this is not a short. No way. This is not a nice, clean double top. I mean, this is just consolidating before it continues. That's what it looks like to me. You can also take it as an ORB. I mean, that's the top of the opening range. That's the bottom of it. It wants to break out. So you can zoom out, look at a 5 minute. You can look at it at a 15 minute. It all looks like an ORB. Look at that. 15 minute ORB, 30-minute chart
Yeah.
maybe. Right there, same thing. Look at that. It's just consolidating before it pushes up again. And 142 is the main target. And if I get more, I'll be happy. 60-minute traders, these are swing traders mostly. What are they looking at? Yeah, swing traders are looking to get the entry here. Well, they might enter here and then go long from there because it's out of this zone now. And you're looking for 145. Those are the swing traders.
So
For
are you combining ORB with your levels or no? You're not.
No, I hardly look at ORBs anymore. I'm just
Okay.
looking at levels and what is the
Levels
price
and
doing at the level. That's all.
just bounce off it. If it's a high, if you're gonna go long, the next high, right? Bounce off it to the next high, and then you go long. Short, it should be
Yeah.
okay.
So I don't trade a breakout. Breakouts all momentum and scalping. I'm not interested in that. It doesn't align with my strategy. But I'll trade the retest. So here's the breakout. Here's the retest. You can see these retest wicks. So I'm in for the retest and continuing, which takes time. I mean, I've been holding this for I don't know how long now, 30 minutes maybe, and it
Yeah.
hasn't gone yet. Let's see. It'll go later. Doesn't matter. I'm not in a rush. So that's it. That's how that goes. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah,
Great.
makes sense. Yeah.
Cool. Anyone got any other questions today? All good. Everyone's making money.
That's that's a different question, but
All right. Cool. All right. Take it easy, guys. Tomorrow I'll be here and I'll trade here for about an hour, and then 11 a.m. I have that webinar at BBT. So come join for that. That's gonna be fun. I'm gonna get into this specific strategy of how to trade without all these indicators and basically the strategy I'm using right now. So it's gonna be a lot of detail. It's gonna be fun. So 11 a.m. over there. And we'll be trading live anyway while doing the webinar. So it'll be fun.
sounds good.
Hey,
Thanks,
Avi,
Abby.
Yeah.
can you record your session on BBT and make it available here?
That's a tricky one. I could ask. I'll ask and see what we can do. Maybe, yeah, available only for my mentees here. Maybe something like that could work. I could actually.
That would be great.
Yeah. Cool, man. Cool. Thanks for that
All right.
idea. I'll talk to the guys and see what we can pull off.
All right. Thanks.
All right.
If I remember, I'll just record my screen, email it to you.
Oh, that'd be great. Thank you.
Good. Don't tell anyone you're doing that. There's a copyright stuff.
I'm sorry, like, so before you go, like, one last question,
Yeah.
like, so now for the entries, taking the wicks of the body of the candle, like, so the tops, what are you doing, like, so?
I typically tend to enter in the middle of candles. I mean, look at this one. And look at this one here, For levels, I'm looking at wicks. I really like to see wicks, and that's telling you where the buyers came in, where the sellers came in, all those things. Wicks are important to identify levels. My entries are generally new highs or new lows of the next candle. So that's where I'm looking. Let me see if I can find you a decent entry example. I think this is a good example. This price action is very similar to Meta or to Microsoft. So on this one, this candle, right? This finished, and I was convinced it's bullish and all that. Then my entry, just for my confirmation, I wait for a new high. So a new high of this first candle. There it is. It made a new high. I got in. That's it. That's my entry. So the entry is that whole thing of waiting for the new high or the new low. That's the confirmation of it. Confirmation of the setup. So setup is first. Once that happens, then sometimes I wait for 10 minutes more for a confirmation that the setup is true, and then I go. That's the way I'm looking at things. Does that make sense?
Got it. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Anyone else? Anything else? No, yes, no. Okay. All right. Don't forget to make money, stay green, and catch you all tomorrow.
And can you trade
Sorry.
SPX with this strategy, Avi?
I'm sorry, what? I didn't catch that. What was it?
Can you trade like SPX with this strategy? You're doing it like on the daily chart, or have you tried it? You used to do it before, like SPX.
Yeah. I haven't tried it. I haven't tried it. I don't trade SPX anymore. It's just it behaves differently, and it's another learning curve which I don't feel the urge to go through. So that's
Thank
it.
you.
We can try it. Tell me if it works. I don't know.
Okay, sure. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll do it. Thank you.
Alrighty. All right, guys, cool. I'll put this recording up in module 8 of the course. That's the free section, so it's all there. It'll be up in about an hour. And,
Thank you, Avi.
Yep.
Thanks, Avi.
Cool, man.
Thank
See
you.
you all
Thank you
tomorrow.
very much.
Take care.
See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.